Hi everyone, it's Linnea for Ink on 3. Today I'm going to be using my favorite Atelier ink, which is crazy to say because it's white, but I am completely in love with the Shark Tooth White Atelier ink. It is bright and vibrant, and it's perfect for when you want to make a white background without having to heat emboss. So I'm using the Gerbera Daisy Stamp Set from Ink on 3. This is one of their new ones. And I'm just going to start by arranging those flowers onto a piece of black cardstock, and I'm using a stamping platform. I love the Shark Tooth White Atelier ink. It is bright, it's white, I've said that before, but I want to kind of make this stamp even whiter, so I'm going to be using my stamping platform to double stamp. Now, I created this background with the leaves and the flowers, and then I ended up re-stamping it without the leaves. I just wasn't loving it, so I re-stamped it with just the flowers, but I didn't film that part, and it is the exact same process as what I'm doing now. All I'm doing is just grabbing some stamps, laying them out on a piece of black cardstock, and then stamping 2 or 3 times with the Shark Tooth White Atelier ink. It's a really easy way to create a fun background. And I love how it has kind of a chalkboard effect. I think it's super fun. Once my background was all filled with those Gerbera daisies, I'm going to take that Shark Tooth White Atelier ink and just smush some down on my work surface. I want to create some white spatters. When I stamp a background, I find that adding spatters, usually I stick with black, white, or gold. In this case, because I'm doing the white stamping, I thought I would do the white ink in the background. I think it brings everything together. It kind of fills in maybe some empty spaces, or if I smudged my background, it covers up any mistakes that I've made, so that's why I like to add those textures. The Atelier ink is going to stay white even when I add water to it, which is super fun. I am now going to kind of pick out some flowers to arrange for my focal point, and I'm using the same Gerbera Daisy Stamp Set, so the whole picture is going to kind of come together and be really cohesive. I stamped all of the leaves. I didn't think I was going to end up using all of them, but you can never have too many leaves. So I stamped all of them, and then 2 front-facing daisies, and then 1 that's kind of budding off to the side. I'm going to stamp all of those with Blackout Hybrid Detail ink so that I can do some Copic coloring. I have all my yellow markers here. Feel free to kind of rewind, pause, and take a screenshot if you want to know my Copic coloring combination. But one of my color combinations for yellow is Y17, Y15, Y13, and Y11. I just kind of skip a number in between so that there's some variation in color. I start with my darkest color, give a little bit of a line for some definition and shadow, and then I go to my dark medium, and then my light medium, and then my lightest color all over the petal. It's really easy coloring. I'm not an expert at coloring. This is just how I like to do it, so however you feel most comfortable, go ahead and do that. My brown combination today is E79, E77, and then E59 and E57, E55 rather. It's a really dark brown, kind of blending into a lighter brown, and I'm just going in and adding some dots of texture. The centers of these flowers are very textured just from the stamps alone, so I thought I would highlight that with the coloring as well. Again, really, really easy. My green marker combination is YG17, YG25, YG23, and YG21. The YG21 is a new addition to my craft room, and I am loving it because it's kind of a yellow-green. And when I color leaves, I like to add a little bit of yellow to the tips of my leaves. I think it makes them look more realistic. I cut out all of my Gerbera daisies with my scissors, and now I'm just going to arrange them in the middle of my panel. I kind of have the big flower in the back, and then the little one on top, and then that bud budding off to the right-hand side. This is my go-to arrangement for florals. It doesn't matter the stamp set, it doesn't matter the flower. This is just what I tend to gravitate to. And then I'm tucking in all those leaves. And once I get this positioned exactly the way I want it to, I'm going to start playing around with the sentiment. The sentiment is from the Here For You stamp set, another one of the new floral stamp sets, and I have already white heat embossed some sentiments. And when I am heat embossing, I like to emboss a few extras. Number one, in case I kind of press too hard on my stamp and the letters blur. And number 2, if I'm going to be heat embossing anyway, I might as well heat emboss a bunch. So I have that sentiment all planned out and ready to go. I added foam tape to the back of my Gerber daisies. I'll pop that sentiment right on top, and this card is complete. I hope you have enjoyed this background stamping technique. All of the Ink on 3 products that I used on today's card are linked and listed below in the video description. Thank you all for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye!